Hey guys, Chris here. Gladiator II, where history is written by historians. Therefore, it's easy for Ridley Scott to ignore the history of what actually happened in order to make this movie. Because there are sharks swimming in the Colosseum, and let alone the amount of water they bring into the Colosseum. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But the movie itself feels like it is two separate movies. And it feels disjointed. Denzel Washington is amazing in this movie. Pedro Pascal does a great job. Paul Mescal, who plays the protagonist, is decent. But overall, this movie just doesn't quite live up to the reputation of Gladiator. The original Gladiator, the musical score, everything about it was great, from Russell Crowe to Joaquin Phoenix. Richard Harris played in it. It was a fantastic movie. And unfortunately, one of the things that I felt was missing from this one, even though it was there, was the musical score. There was nothing about the musical score in this one that really kind of drove the emotions like the original. Even the movie itself, the two emperors, the twins that are kind of like these lunatic, blood crazy emperors who just want to expand their empire. They felt like they were surrogates for Caligula, is who he kind of wanted to go with as the emperor of Rome at the time. But historically, it just doesn't work. Didn't make a whole lot of sense if he were to actually have put Caligula there instead of these two. So there were a lot of things in this movie that just, as a theatrical movie, it has moments that make you want to go in and watch it on the big screen. But overall, the entire movie just wasn't. It's not worth seeing in the theater, paying the amount of money that most theaters charge nowadays to see it. It's just not. It's not what I kind of expect from Ridley Scott as far as movies go. I mean, there's even a moment in the movie at the beginning when they're having a fight with I think it was supposed to be the city of Nema, and they're firing off arrows from a boat, and behind the city walls they're firing off pots of fire from trebuchets, or not trebuchets, but old school like launchers. And there's an arrow that comes straight across and hits a guy who's getting ready to fire off one of the launchers. Now, because he's behind the city wall, the only way for that arrow to have come at the angle it comes at was for them to be inside the city, and they're not. They're out on the boats firing off these arrows, so it doesn't, like, there's a disconnect there when it comes to some of the filmmaking that goes on. It's almost like Ridley Scott wasn't paying attention. They missed this one scene, and so it doesn't quite work. As far as like sitting there and going, oh hey, look at this amazing battle that's going on. it doesn't have that same effect. So I mean, yeah, my recommendation is, if you're interested in seeing Gladiator 2, stay home, wait for it to come out streaming, check it out there, and then if you really feel like the movie's kind of dragging and everything, watch it. You can stop it halfway through, because it was about an hour and 10 minutes in is when it felt like it was a completely separate movie that started. So yeah, if you like these kind of videos, click that like button, subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate it when you do. And I've got older movies I put out on Tuesday, recommendations for those. At least for the most part, everything I've seen so far I'd recommend. There have been a few movies that I've seen that I've put up that you can probably skip over, not watch, but there's a lot of stuff that I find entertaining. And so I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.